What's going on, guys? Brian with Buffalo Beer Reviews. Recently, I have taken to homebrewing, and I concocted a recipe that was all my own. I don't have any sort of delusions that it's unique, probably out of the whole world, but it's something that I had just kind of gotten in front of the computer with my Beersmith app. I had, a couple 16 ounces of this hop, couple 16 ounces of this hop, kind of ordering and online, and I had them available. So I kind of used, like a base scaffolding of malts and grains, and I came up with this Citra forward sort of IPA called Citra Wallpaper. You can almost kind of see it right here. I was just about to go fill it up out of the kegerator again. Took a little bit extra time to get it carbonated. Maybe because it's third one down and it's difficult. Anyway, so it features like first wort hop editions of Citra. I also did late boil editions of both Citra and Ekuanot. Or Ekuanot, or however you pronounce it. It's the old Equinox hops. So it was Citra in the first wort, and it was Citra and Ekuanot late hop boil editions, and dry hopped. And you get the little bit of a flair with the honey malt. Kind of gave it that cool little like yellow vibe to it. And the first couple of days that I had it kegged and in the refrigerator, it had that really solid green hoppy burn bite to that aftertaste. Do you know what I mean? So it really evolved nicely over the last 6-7 days in the keg into something that I would be wholly proud to serve to anybody. Initially started out with like this very dry and peppery sort of subliminal tones underneath a lot of the citrus, and those have subsided. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour myself a refresher in the glass. See, I don't think I'll be able to get that. I'm going to put it in my arm here. Let's check it out. Boom. Look at that. A little on the aggressively carbonated, but like I said, I've been having trouble getting it carbonated over the last couple of days, so I might have overshot it. So, I mean, check this thing out, right? It's got this really cool, like, deep orange vibe to it, like almost like a deep peach sort of color, and that's really from the that's really from the honey malt. It's finally well carbonated. This forced carbonating doesn't really give you much besides the fine body of CO2 and then a nice head. But once you do, drink it, you can tell that it's well carbonated. So the smell is very. Got some in my nose. The smell's very citrus, orange forward. There is some concentrated orange notes like tangerine. There's also some really nice earthy and danky notes to it. There seems to be like still that underlying sort of bitter vibe. So I don't know if that's the first wort talking, but I kind of I mashed in at 155 degrees with this, hoping for a little bit more sweetness and a little bit less on the ABV. I ended up getting about 6.1% out of this. I think if I had maybe mashed it around 149, I'd be looking at a monstrosity here. But 6.1 as it stands. Let's see how this thing goes too, Yeah. Oh, all of those really early kegged sort of qualities have matured and really subdued themselves. It was initially this really citrus forward beer with this these underlying notes of spicy and peppery qualities with this dry sort of quality, and those have all mellowed out substantially. And like I said, this is all of a sudden this is a super enjoyable beer. There's some floaters in there. Hold on. It's like that time of, you know, late spring, summer, where we got all this dogwood and floaters in the air. So I got a little in my glass. Yeah, I've been really surprised at how well this beer recipe turned out. I mean, I don't really have any sort of plans to start my own brewery. So I think what I'll do is, if you guys are interested in the recipe, I'll throw the recipe down in the description, and you can kind of do with it as you like. My goal was to kind of do like a nice, like a base scaffolding of fermentables, and then kind of switch in and out some hops. Like this is my Citra Wallpaper. I've got a pound of Simcoe in there, so I'd like to do a Simcoe wallpaper. I'd like to do a Mosaic wallpaper. So, like, you know, you get a nice little base scaffolding, and you can just alternate your hops, and you can get a whole different sort of array of beer qualities and stuff like that. So that's really what I'm trying to start here. Take a look at the recipe and the beer. If you brew it yourself, get back to me and let me know how it worked out. Or if you think there's any areas and room for improvement, then shoot them right out. I'm still new to this. This might be my 14th, 15th batch. I'm always up for critiquing and criticism. So that's it for me, guys. I really appreciate all the clicks and the watches, and I hope you enjoy your home brew as much as I enjoy mine. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.